Orchestra seating. So I was conducting the university's orchestra for the past 2 years, and I brought with me the idea that we have from band about mixed seating. We want to try in band to mix it up so you don't always have your top players playing first trumpet or first clarinet, because the problem with that is then the medium or the lower, weaker players will never have that incentive to practice to work on the high range and the fast notes, because there's the understanding that that other person, whether it's by seniority or by talent, they're always going to have the first share, so they just kind of give up in their aspirations. The problem of bringing that mentality of swap seating, rotational seating to the orchestra it doesn't really quite work. There is a massive difference between first violin and second violin. A massive difference. First violin's like here, second violin is here in terms of the demands. Can a first violin play second violin? Of course. Can a second violin play first violin? Only the best. So, and that's usually going to be your section leader, but there's a lot of people who want to join your ensemble and don't have that ability to play first violin. They can't play up there yet. That's going to take another few years. They're certainly not going to get there in a few months. So yeah, I do believe in mixing as much as you can. I think about, instead of having your strongest players at the front and going weaker and weaker as you go to the back, to try to pair up strong player, weak player, strong player, weak player, so that it's like a spine of strength, and then you kind of maximize the surface area of the strength and the talent. Everyone should be paired with someone who's really good to kind of see how the bowing should be, and it's just kind of a good model. There's of course, something to be said about, chemistry between the stand partners as well. But anyways, it doesn't work so well as how we do it in band, because the difference in band between first trumpet and third trumpet is a lot tighter. Usually exact same rhythms. The only difference is the pitch. Same thing for clarinets, 1 versus 3. Almost exactly the same. It's just those higher notes. And yeah, it's not going to take that much long to develop those high notes, not like it is for violin. Violin is a totally different ball game. So yeah, I do think we should kind of spread it as much as we can. I'm not a big fan of the hierarchy thing, but there are limits to that based on the writing of the violin 1 versus violin 2 parts itself. Perhaps contemporary composers can make those parts a little bit more evenly matched, but if you're doing some of the old classics, yeah, you will be bound by how far you can stretch the egalitarian rotation.